fast-moving developments concerning their search for a defender. We spoke in the last transfer programme, Carve, about Diego Carlos being linked, and it had moved on during the programme. You told us about this written transfer request, so bring us up to date with what's happened.
Well, look, Newcastle United want to sign a centre-back. They have a few options. One of the players, I think, right at the top of their list of potential signings is Diego Carlos, the Brazilian centre-back. He's been very impressive at Sevilla. Sevilla second in the Spanish league at the moment. Now, Newcastle want to sign him. I think the issue is negotiating a fee with Sevilla. I think Newcastle think he's probably worth about £30 million. Sevilla think he's worth closer to about 50 million euros, which is about £45 million. The really significant development this evening was that we've been reporting that the player himself wants to move to Newcastle, but this evening we told you that the player had today, this evening, told Sevilla that he wants to leave. He wants to move to Newcastle. And not just that, we also reported that he was working on writing a transfer request that he was going to send in to the Sevilla president and the Sevilla manager. Now, the reason he's doing this, reading between the lines, is he wants this move to happen. And for this move to happen, he needs to put pressure on Sevilla, because Sevilla are dragging their feet. They're asking for more money than Newcastle are offering. So what can a player do to make a deal happen? The player can come out and say, I want to leave. Put in a transfer request, and that is what Diego Carlos is doing this evening. It'll be interesting how Sevilla react, because as I said, they're second in La Liga. They've got a very important game away at Valencia tomorrow evening, so it'll be interesting to see whether he's involved in that game, because Sevilla are well within their rights to say, thank you, we received your transfer request, but we're ignoring it. You're in the squad, you're going to play tomorrow night against Valencia. What is the player going to do? Very interesting situation. But if I was a Newcastle United supporter, I would be thinking, this guy really wants to come. He's doing everything he can to make the deal happen.
It's a delicate balance, this one, because he's 28 years old. He's got an opportunity maybe to go to the Premier League with Newcastle United interested. Sevilla, as much as they can dig their heels in and say, this is how much money we want, this is against the backdrop. Yes, they're fighting for the La Liga title, but something that they weren't expecting to happen was an early exit from the Champions League group phase. They've dropped down into the Europa League, which has meant a drop in revenues for Sevilla, because I'm sure when they started the season, they would have been confident of progressing into the knockout stages of the Champions League. And because that hasn't happened, some of the money that they may have thought, right, this is how much money we can make out of the Champions League, that might no longer be there. Hence why, as Carve has been alluding to throughout the afternoon, not only does Diego Carlos want to make that move, but Sevilla might be open to doing business with Newcastle United, provided their asking price is met. But with Diego Carlos making it clear to Sevilla that he wants to go, it then pushes the ball once more and the pendulum towards Newcastle United, because before all they were dealing with was Sevilla, we want to buy Diego Carlos. Now Diego Carlos is intimating that he wants to leave and maybe go to Newcastle United. That puts the favour towards Newcastle United, because then they can go to Sevilla. Well, you've got someone who doesn't want to stay at your football club, so why are we going so high with a transfer fee? They don't want to pay over the odds, as you've mentioned before, and they're very well aware, on Newcastle United, since this takeover has happened, that a lot of other clubs will suddenly think, if we're doing business with Newcastle, let's stick another zero on, because they can afford it. They're the richest club in the world now. I think it's a delicate balance there, isn't it?
I think Newcastle United fans watching will want to know what is going on this evening. I think what we can tell them is that there is some progress being made on this deal. We can't say the deal is close yet, but what we can say is that the player wants to move to Newcastle, so much so that he's putting in a transfer request. We also understand that Sevilla are willing to sell him, but the price has to be right. So I think a deal is there to be done. But as I said, the mood music at the moment, what I'm hearing is that the deal is not close yet.
I really want to hear this mood music.
I know.